This kid did one thing and it changed pop culture forever. Are you doing the same thing? At age 19, Jimmy Iovine started sweeping floors in a New York recording studio. A year later, John Lennon came into the studio to record his first solo album. Iovine noticed Lennon was struggling with one of the tracks, so he offered to help. Lennon liked what he had heard and told Iovine to stay in the producer's chair. What Jimmy Iovine did is the one thing most people miss when they're trying to climb the ladder of success, and that is to help other people first. Iovine continued to create value for different musicians who came into the studio. Within 2 years, he was asked to be the sound engineer for Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run. Through the 1970s and 80s, his reputation grew, and he started producing albums for Tom Petty, Patti Smith, and U2. In 1990, he started his own record label called Interscope. After the success of U2's Rattle and Hum, an artist named Andre Young, aka Dr. Dre, appeared in the studio with a demo tape called The Chronic, featuring Snoop Dogg. Iovine admitted that he knew nothing about rap, but he had always invested in relationships, and he knew that rap and R&B were going to be the next big hit. The Chronic was Dr. Dre's debut album after he left NWA, and with the help of Iovine, it went on to sell 5.7 million copies. When Iovine came across a young rapper named Marshall Mathers, he called Dr. Dre and said, "You need to meet this kid." Dre took the meeting with this young rapper who goes by the name of Eminem. Iovine and Dre produced Eminem's first major album called Slim Shady, which went on to sell millions of copies and won a Grammy for the Best New Rap Album. Through networking and creating value for other people's first, Interscope Records would go on to sign Eminem, Snoop Dogg, 9 Inch Nails, and Lady Gaga, to name a few. Years later, while staying at a beach house in Malibu, California, Iovine ran into Dr. Dre, who said he needed some advice. Dre's attorneys wanted him to do a sneaker deal, to which Iovine replied, "Screw sneakers, go do speakers." Together, they decided to form a new headphone company called Beats by Dre. To launch their new company, they had to tap into their network to get the word out. will.i.am from the band Black Eyed Peas wore a non-working prototype around his neck when he was being interviewed by Larry King. Within a few short years, Beats had unseemingly taken over 70% market share of the headphone industry. With endorsement deals with LeBron James, Seattle Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and Nicki Minaj, they continue to grow. However, with all the success, Iovine was not done with moving the needle in pop culture. In 2012, he began to network and create value for the top brass at Apple, because Apple was losing customers to the onslaught of streaming music players like Spotify. Through all the years of networking and being the type of person who creates value everywhere he goes, Apple purchased Beats for $3 billion. Jimmy Iovine now runs the music division at Apple. Not bad for a kid who started by sweeping floors. Never underestimate the value of networking and helping others. Call to action: networking. Today, take 15 minutes and identify someone in your network that you can introduce to someone else. As you help other people solve their problems, they will help you solve yours. If you will do this activity, you will never lack for opportunities.